Can you guys tell I'm a cinematographer? I'm pretty excited to show you guys the sound. We're going to call it Tearout hypersaws just for the sake of this video, but they sound like this. We're playing on good old trusty E2 today, and we're going to be going on to basic mini for our first oscillator, and our second oscillator we're going to put on B-sod square right there. And we're going to be doing a weird thing with the FM from B. We're just going to knock this up to octave 3 instead of B, and we're going to go ahead and just bam up to 16 on both of those. We're going to throw our wavetable position on 163 because I really liked it right there. We're going to keep the random on for these because with hypersaws you kind of want to keep that level of random. I don't know, it's up to you. If you want to find a specific sound, I mean, go for it. We're going to go ahead and make our LFO super weird this time. We're going to go and put it into the middle of this square that's like 3 from the 3 from the right, and then just curve this down slightly so it's like intersecting this box right here, and keep it on 1/4, throw it on trigger like usual, and we're going to go ahead and throw that on our level. We're going to throw FM from B on 33 and throw it on for 7. Well, bam, like that. And then we're going to go ahead and throw sync on right here because we want to get that higher pitch out of it as it moves along, and I have it on 107. So it's probably helpful to type an actual number in because sync can be a little tricky sometimes. We're going to have to go ahead and throw the LFO on 20. So you can throw noise on top if you're looking to get a little bit more bite out of it, but I'm not going to. So no sub today. We're just going to go ahead and make our own sub if we really need it. But for now, let's go ahead and throw this baby on combs. 61 hertz right there is the exact number that you need for that. It's just the spot. I just played around. There's no... Sometimes people come on and they're like, hey, why did you choose this number? And I always say things like, oh, it sounded good. Or, you know, I just played around with the knob and, you know, that's how it worked. And, oh man, I should probably show you how it sounds. Let's go ahead and turn this level off real quick and... Nothing really. And the thing with this sound is it's gonna sound nothing like what we're looking for until we put the final filter on, which you can probably guess what that is if you've been paying attention to my my beautiful piece of art. Anyway, 61, and let's go ahead and warp it down -12 on the LFO right here. And we're gonna put resonance on 17 and bring it around. See, I have to use my reference for this one because I just did such random stuff to get this noise. And the saws, gonna got something kind of cool there. All right, so that's it for that. We're gonna go ahead and go into our distortion, throw it on 2, and man, you can just go ahead and like do anything with the diode. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna just boost it up how we want it either way. Let's go throw our compressor on, and I can teach you a couple things about the compressor right now that's kind of interesting. So if you want your compressor to kind of shave off some of the tail end of the sound, you can raise the release to have the compressor kind of, let's put it on like 213. It just brings the compressor in longer, so like the tail end's kind of cut off and compressed as well. So if you have something with too much tail, you can kind of cut it off by like raising up the release a bit. And we can also go ahead and increase the gain about like 8 or 9. It's up to you guys. And it's just a complete mess of a sound. It's just awful. But the cool thing is, with our handy dandy, you guessed it, reverb filter, you can actually take any noise and stretch it out over a cool duration. So let's go ahead and throw this on 18. Well, bam, and LFO it. Like, I really recommend playing with the reverb on every single sound that you have because it is nutty. Let's just crank the resonance all the way up and the damp all the way up, and you get this cool laser sound. Now you can literally just change around the, it's kind of like a cool bullet sound, like swoosh sound. So yeah, sounds really cool, right? Something else that the reverb knob does is it stretches out bass noises in a way that almost makes them sound Tearout-ish. So if you want that cool Murata sound, you go in and you throw reverb on literally any of your bass noises and see what you can do with an LFO on the cutoff, and it'll do some really cool stuff. And then you can just throw some heavy reverb on there and you're good to go. I have no idea why this interaction does what it does with the octave up 3. That's just how it sounds. And you can mess with the comb filter to get really interesting different timbres out of it, or you can just turn it off and it'll keep the sound kind of the same. But I just use this. So that's pretty much it for the video. If you learned something, then that's amazing. But what is cool is in my next videos, I'm going to be going over some really cool neuro basses that are a lot better than what I've come up with previously in terms of neuro. So I'm really excited about that. So be sure to stick around and look for that. Other than that, like and subscribe if this was semi-useful to you, and leave a comment if you'd like, because I always read them. Other than that, hope you have a great day.